Good morning. This morning's coffee thought has to do with 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 8, where it says, "None of the rulers of this age had they recognized and understood this wisdom. For if they had, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory." What is the wisdom? If they would have understood it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. Well, we pick up a little bit of that in verse 10 of Hebrews chapter 2, where it says, "For it was fitting for him," talking about Jesus, "for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, in bringing many sons to glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings." In other words, through Jesus came many sons. And the wisdom, I believe, was they did not understand this principle of suffering is God's way of multiplying or mushrooming. And so what did they do? The enemy looked at it as, we're going to kill the one who is to have many sons. And so he killed him on a cross. But from God's perspective, he was sowing his seed, his only son, into the earth so that his son could die in the earth. He planted him as a seed. 3 days later, he came up out of the grave. And from that seed, that son, you and I now come, and all those who believe. And as a result of his salvation, him being perfected through suffering, out of that come many sons. Sons is not a gender, it's a position. Sons of favor, sons and daughters. You and I are a result of the suffering Christ went through in the garden. And then from the enemy's camp, he seen it as, I was killing the one, the main son. I can stop it all. But from God's perspective, he was sowing his only son as a seed into the earth, who went into the lowest parts of the earth, got the keys of death, hell, and destruction, and came back up out of the grave so that many sons could be brought to glory. And you and I are one of those. So through your suffering, it's to bring him glory. Give him praise and give him thanks this morning that he suffered so that you and I could be called the sons of God. Love you. Have a great day.